All right guys, today we're going to be making a paper sculpture, but to get started we're going to divide our paper into eighths, cut it, and then we will add color. So step one is divide your paper into two halves. Now I'm going to my top half and dividing it, into my bottom half and dividing it. Now I have quarters, 1, 2, 3, 4 parts of a whole. Now I'm going to go to that top quarter and divide it in half. My next quarter in half, my next quarter in half, my last quarter in half. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm ready to roll. I want to check out my decoder sheet to start. The decoder sheet has lots of different types of colors and lines, and you want to color these as you're choosing what you want on your decoder sheet. So this is how it works. One says has a pet cat. I have a cat. So for a yellow cat, I'm going to color it yellow to begin, and then I'll show you how to make tabs, which is what it says if you have a cat. So when someone looks at my sculpture, they'll be able to check their decoder sheet and see that I have a cat. So I'm taking that and I'm cutting along the line. Now I'm going to cut fringe into that tab. It'll make sense in a minute. Now I'm going to bend each of those pieces of fringe, but I'm going to take turns and do them opposite. Bend this way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way. This is creating tabs that I'm going to add glue to. So now I'm going to hold it like this, and on each of those little tabs, I'm going to put just a dot of glue. Dot, 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 and stick. As I'm sticking it, I can bend it a little bit, or I can make a straight line. The choice is really up to me. I think I'd like mine to have a slight curve to it. All right. Now I'm going to check out that decoder sheet again. Likes chocolate ice cream, obviously. So I'm going to get a blue crayon because that's what it says. It says to create a blue arch. So I'm taking this blue and I'm coloring my next strip with the blue. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Making an arch is pretty simple. All I do is bend one side of my strip, then the other. I put glue right on those little bends, and then I stick those down. I think I want it to go over my yellow tabs. All right. I love art, and if you love art, it says to make a purple spiral. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm grabbing the color purple and coloring. Yours probably won't look just like mine. We each have things we like, and they're slightly different. So to make a spiral, I just wrap it around a pencil or a pen. And there we go. I have a spiral. I'm gonna stick that down and hold it for just a second. Another one is if you have a sister, make a pink zigzag. I have a sister, so I'm gonna take one of these, color it pink, cut it, and a zigzag looks like this. Bend this way, that way, this way, that way. It's like I'm taking turns going back and forth. And then I just add a little glue, and I think I want mine to actually go on top of that blue arch. I think that'd be fun. The next one says orange fringe if you like tacos. So I'm coloring my strip of paper orange. I made fringe on that first fold. So this is a little less complicated than the tabs because I start the same way, only I don't have to bend the fringe. So for this, I'm just gonna go cut, 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 I'm not cutting all the way through, because if I go all the way through, I wind up with two separate pieces of paper, and I don't want that. And there you go. I have fringe, and I can glue however I like. I think I'm going to again go on top of this blue because I liked how that looked. It gave it a really tall shape. And I'm going to keep working like that until I've used up all 8 of my strips of paper. You've learned the basic types of cuts and folds that you will need. Ooh, I missed one actually. Hold on. If you've ever been in an airplane, and this one says a spiral, so that's a little tricky. I'm gonna cut this strip out, and now I'm gonna cut an oval out of the strip. I know, very tricky. Now with that oval, I'm gonna go around and around, and around and around and around, and around and around and around, and done. That's a spiral. This now I can either make another or recycle it. It's my choice. So now I know all the cuts. Everything else is just a variation of coloring. If you want to create more after you've finished all of your 8 pieces, you're welcome to. Send me pictures. I can't wait to learn about you through your paper sculpture.